Kayce Laine has been playing keys and singing since she could sit up straight. We met in 2012. I was filming Gio Moretti in New York City, and Kayce was on keys. Kayce's been a good friend of the blog over the years. Always shows up at everybody's gigs, always willing to participate. Even since she has moved to Nashville, we managed to get her back to New York City to do 2 short films in the Pianowomen series.
And she takes just like a woman. Ooh, I can feel it. You're not coming back. All I ever needed. I'm trying hard to make you last, but I'm still lost in your echo. Here I'm not alone, so I'll stay lost in your echo. I can feel it in my bones. I still hear you in my bones.
About a month before the virus outbreak devastated Elmhurst, Queens, New York City, and Elmhurst Hospital, our accommodations were within walking distance from that hospital. We had a short ride over the bridge into Manhattan, where we got together. We had some fun. We made some noise. And we added this video to the Pianowomen series. After the music. So after almost 4 years, the original Pianowomen got together again in New York City to see what was going on in their lives. And this is what Kayce Laine had to say.
Steal my thunder.
We're going.
Cool.
Kayce, welcome back to New York.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It feels
Yeah.
so good to be here.
It's a good time. We were here 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you left New York when? 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
Just over 4.
And you landed on your feet in Nashville.
I did. Yeah, solidly on my feet there.
What are you
Cool
doing
feeling.
down there?
So I had a job kind of fall into my lap after I got there. It wasn't my initial plan, but I've loved it, and I've been there almost 4 years now, and it's doing PR.
Cool.
So I've been working as a publicist, which has been a very...
And you were pretty much a victim of rent increases in New York and the rat race and a small apartment.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on, but it really came down to I went to Nashville and met a guy, and we made a record together and fell in love. And I basically just knew I needed to be with him, and New York was not the place. I wanted a change, and it all kind of worked out very serendipitously.
Cool. Do you remember how we met?
I do. We were at Cafe
Vivaldi.
And I was performing with Gio, and I think that's where we initially met, and then I think we just connected on socials.
You came up to me then. We were shooting a movie that day that wasn't about you,
Mm-hmm.
and you gave me a little piece of paper with your name on it, Kayce Laine, because
Classic.
I wasn't tech smart enough to put it in my phone and get your
Got
ad.
it.
And about 6 months later, when I had time to start looking at new people, I found that little piece of paper in my wallet, and from then on, here we are.
Oh, love it.
So you're in Nashville,
Yes.
and you're always into yoga.
Always into yoga. Not a yoga instructor though. I haven't wanted to ruin it.
I got pictures of you.
By trying to be a teacher. and
Pictures
all
of you with goats standing on top of your belly while you're stretching
my
out.
gosh, yeah.
So what's new beside music? What are you into?
Well, this year I started getting into alternative healing, kind of as a combination of watching my mom come down with an autoimmune disorder while taking care of her father. I saw this crazy mind-body connection thing happening. And then simultaneously, because of my job, I was hitting some creative block, and I wanted a new way to kind of tap into creativity and calm my mind down and clear my mind out. So I started getting more into meditation, and I got into crystals and sound healing, and I started kind of as a byproduct thinking of it as sort of a business that I could help other musicians specifically and artists who needed a little extra inspiration. And so I've been doing vibrational healing.
So what do? They come to you?
Yeah.
To your house?
Mm-hmm.
It's like coming to get spiritual guidance, or
Well, there is some aspect of it. I have realized that I do kind of wear a therapist hat at times, but I have like a massage table with a biomat that's infused with crystals. It's kind of a whole thing, and people lay on that while I do Reiki. I lay crystals on them. I play theta waves, and I play singing bowls and all of that. So
oh, cool.
it's a really
and it's
cool
called
experience.
vibrational healing.
Yes.
Cool. And you said you went to Nashville. You made an album. Anything new coming up?
I do, yeah. So I've got a 9-track album that I have to just sing 2 more songs from, and then, yeah, it'll be out. I'm really excited. It'll definitely happen in 2020. I've been saying every year, oh, it's going to come out this year, and it ends up taking way longer than I
Cool. So
expect.
vibrational healing and new music. You have any of it? You want to give us a little
I'll
demo?
play one. This one's actually not going on the record. A lot of the stuff that we've recorded is very much like, it's very produced, and it doesn't necessarily translate well to just piano vocal. But this is a song, this is like my one love song that I wrote, I guess, last year or so. Eyes like light years, take me away. I got lost here. Won't you let me stay? 'Cause you see through me. But you haven't run. And I'm not hiding. My midnight sun. Look up at the sky. Oh, how it spins for us. Even in the darkest nights, you light it up. The ground may try to shake us, but we'll see it through. Everything else disappears when I'm with you. Oh, and I enjoy the
Awesome.
little taste.
Does that have a name?
Yeah, it's Midnight Sun.
Midnight Sun.
Yeah.
That's a famous jazz classic by that name. Do you know that?
No. But
Check it out. You'd
I'll-
like that one too.
Okay, as long as I can still
So,
keep that name.
You went to Nashville. You fell in love. You made a record. So where's the
Yeah.
guy that you fell in love with?
He's still there.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
still-
still going strong.
Yeah, still going strong somehow. Thank God.
He's supportive.
Oh my gosh, yes. He's the best. He makes me really like feel comfortable in doing all this random woo-woo stuff that I get into, and he's just, yeah, he's incredible. I love him.
Well, it's cool. It's good to see you again after 3.5 years, and
Oh my gosh,
hopefully we'll
it's
bring you back
good.
sooner this time.
Yes, absolutely. I'm not letting another 3.5 years go by.
Cool. And we'll be looking forward to the new album.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you, Pete. Love you.
Nobody feels any pain tonight as I stand inside the rain. Everybody knows the baby's got new clothes, but lately I see ribbons and bows have fallen from her curls, and she takes just like a woman, and she aches just like a woman, and she makes love just like a woman, but she breaks just like a little girl.
Perfect.
Cool.
So glad.
That was a good video too.
Let me just see.
Third time's a charm.